going on, babies? What's happening? What's shaking? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? It is a Wednesday, hump day time for Raw Talk. Yours truly, me, Miss B, and the one and only girlfriend, Peggy. Hey, what's going on, baby? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you. You know, for a chick of a certain age in a certain situation, what can I tell you?
Oh yes, and looking beautiful as always.
Well, thank you, gorgeous,
I'm
as
having a
you
new name, Queen of the Screen for you,
are.
the big screen.
If that's what you
Yeah,
want to call it, I'll receive that. Then I will receive that.
yes.
Well, you're looking gorgeous, girlfriend Peggy. You know, we are accustomed to seeing you in a beautiful headdress, a fabulous head wrap. But tonight, you are sporting your own tonight, and it is gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. I try to do something similar, but a little bit different than the spikes. So I
Yes.
think this is. I like this. It's kind of fitting. I think.
Yes, it is. Very much
Yes.
so. I like it. It's very queenly. It
Thank you.
is. I like it. It's you with a twist.
Uh-huh.
It's you with a
Yeah.
twist. Yes, that's that. Oh, yes. Oh, you know.
Nice and short in the back, like I like it, tapered down to nothing and short on the sides and just a little, whatever up top.
Yeah.
I like it.
A little fluff, a
Yes.
little
And
poof.
your hair, just like I said, your hair grows like Rapunzel's. Is that Rapunzel with the
Right?
long hair? It just grow like roots. It's so you can have a bob 1 week and 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, it's like down your back. It's just
It's down my,
long.
so I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone for a little while. I'm gonna see what it does.
You supposed to leave
What?
it long till you get a man, right?
Yes.
You're not gonna cut it till you get a man. Get your
Right.
man. So it's gonna
Right.
be you gotta let it grow.
Gotta let it grow. Just gotta let it grow. Let's see what it does. I mean, I haven't even trimmed it. And I'm sure if I went to have it trimmed, then you know
Uh-huh.
how they are. They go, oh, well, it needs to come off all the way up to here. All of this
Oh,
down here is dead. All of that is damaged. You know how they are. Listen, I love a hairstylist. Hairstylist will save your life. But yeah. So I'm just letting it do what it
one
does.
inch or so is enough to chop off the ends. The dead ends is like a good inch. A
Yes,
good inch or
yes.
so. Yeah. 2 and 3 inches is too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
unless your
I'm
hair
gonna
is really
see.
damaged on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
On
So I'm sure
perm
that's
and,
what they would
and
say. You know how they
colors
are.
and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there it is. All whatever, whatever.
Hmm.
So that's how that goes. So I just got back from Orlando, had a fabulous weekend in Orlando. Got to see the Marching 100 do their thing again. Big ups to FAMU for their win against BCU. You know, uh, Listen, Black college life uh, is special, and so we're always happy to come together and see everybody do their thing. And so that's how it was. I was down there promoting the movie because it
Yeah.
opened in theaters nationwide on Friday. So we were out Saturday promoting, handing out posters, doing autographs, that type of thing. And then Monday was premiere night. And so we had the
Yeah.
red carpet premiere event, and girlfriend Peggy was there with her family. Your grandbaby looked like a princess. A princess. She
Thank
had her
you.
dressed so beautifully. And shame on me for not having any pictures to look. I have pictures. I didn't think to upload them for the show. So
Yeah.
there you go. Maybe next
Yeah.
time, maybe next week I'll do my duty and do my job and put them up there. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even thinking about it. It didn't cross my mind.
Yes.
But you look absolutely lovely, and I thank you so much for your support. For everyone who
Oh,
came out, it
yes.
was a very nice evening.
It was. And you look beautiful.
Thank
I tell
you.
you, your true to life personality transcended onto the screen. I
Mm.
mean, you just have that loving, caring, gentle spirit anyway about you. So the role that they put you in was almost like it was just handpicked for you. So you really sparkled and shined like a diamond in your role as being an armor bearer to, the what was
The
it in the
overseer.
movie?
Yeah.
Yes, to the overseer. There was like a perfect role for you. You did a fantastic job, superb.
Thank you,
And
my
my
love.
hat's off to you, and I commend you on your first acting role. Many more to come, and I'm just
Yes.
so excited. I'm so excited and happy for you. Yeah,
Well, thank you so much, girlfriend. You know, I appreciate that
love.
greatly. We got Raw Talkers in the
Yeah.
house. Janita's in the house. Hello, beautiful queen. She says,
Hey,
hello to you, my
beautiful. She ready
darling.
for it tonight.
Janita says she's a
Yeah.
wildcat. Well, you know what, Janita, the
Okay.
Wildcats were tearing it up for years. I I'd have to check the stats. You might know, but I think FAM have been losing for a while, maybe for the last 4 or 5 years or so. Don't quote me on that. You can Google it probably, Janita, and tell us if you don't know, no. But it goes back and forth, and somebody has to win. And this year it was FAMU's turn. But I have love for BCU as well. When I first moved to Florida, I lived in Daytona Beach and would have attended Bethune, but they did not offer
Mm.
radio television communications. And so I went to Orlando to attend UCF. But I got love in my heart for both. She said, okay, exactly. For the last 5 years, BCU had been winning. And so it was
Okay.
time for FAM, and it was the right time for them. And so we're happy and excited about
And
that.
you know what? What's funny about Janita? She's BCU. She's BC. She's Bethune Cookman, and her husband is FAMU, I believe. They rivals with each other every year.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah, I know there's some other
so
people who
it's
have
always funny.
rivals
Huh?
in the house. I don't know how they deal with that because I didn't go to an HBCU, but I'm telling you, it's
Um,
something special about it. People who attend an HBCU, their love for their school runs deep.
deep,
I
deep,
I mean,
deep.
it runs
I
deep. These, when
right.
I saw some old timers at the game, that they have been to 40 games probably in their lifetime. I mean, these people are
Die hard.
serious about their school and support and love. And so,
Yes.
because I went to UCF, but I don't have those kind of feelings for UCF. I
Hmm.
don't have that kind
Yeah.
of attachment, and and wanting to tailgate with them and be around. I don't have them kind of feelings. But people who
I
attend
picked
an
up the love for the
HBCU,
classic. Yeah. I went to a local college too in Broward County, Broward Community College. I don't have that type of love for my school either, but I can say I just adopted a love for the classic about probably about 12 years ago. And girlfriend Janita and she used to book the every year. It was a ritual for us. That's why it's absolutely my most favorite kickoff season time of the year. The classic weekend is my favorite. Anybody know me know I love classic weekend. Now I didn't get out and go to any events, but me and a girlfriend, we were together and we got a chance to ride the city and see the craziness that was going on. And honey, they had it on lock. They were carrying on lit on every corner, just out blasting music, having a good
yes,
time, partying, eating off the trucks,
yes,
and blocking up the streets.
yes, yes,
So I can tell you,
yes.
I had a good time. Yeah, I had a
Yes,
great
yes.
time.
Folks had a good time. They had a really good time. A little
Hmm.
bit early, we were talking about me growing my hair. Chicago is in the building. What's up, Chicago?
Chicago,
He says he's letting his hair
yeah,
grow. What hair, boy? Are you
okay,
kidding?
get some locks. Ah, that's a good
That's right.
thing.
Get your Jerry curl back. Janita said that
Yeah, yeah.
Janita said her husband says that he struck her with his venom. So he strikes with the venom and she claws back. It's a perfect combination.
Yes, yes, they are too funny. They
Y'all
tickle
be
to
careful.
death.
Don't hurt each other up in there. So Janita says next year for sure. Back at the house. Back, time to rent the big party house again and do a
Okay,
big event for Classic.
okay, I'm in for it. I'm down for it for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Derek is in the building. Hey, Derek, what's going on, baby?
Hey,
He says that's
Derek.
where he met
All
you.
my people. Yes, I met a lot of good people. Classic weekend, 6, 7, 8 years back, 10 years back, and we still rocking and rolling as friends today.
That's so
Just
good.
good people, and I love Derek dearly. Good brother, and my Primerica guys, I write all my insurance policies through him. If anybody needs some insurance, hit me up, let me know, and I'll get you in touch with him because he's the best at what he does. So we want to make sure
Excellent.
we get you to him. Yes.
All right now. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. That's a good thing. Hey, Miss Annie. Annie is in the building.
Girlfriend
Hi.
Annie Beeson, Miami, beautiful queen in the house tonight. All right. She say 9 years. That's FAMU
Yeah,
has
she
been
says,
losing
good
to
evening,
us.
ladies. It
Uh-oh.
has been the last 9 years that FAMU has been losing to us. Wildcats in the house.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
So you're saying they lost 9 years in a row?
You saying 9. I hear 5 and 9 now. I don't know which
I hear
one right.
5 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Annie.
Janita said she wasn't sure, but Annie said it was 9 years. So,
Wow.
that's a long winning
That's a
streak.
long time to get beat down. Yeah.
It
And I
is.
even heard rumors that they weren't going to have it in Orlando next year.
That's
They
what
were
I heard.
moving
I
it to
heard it was going to Miami, but
I
I'm
don't,
not
I don't, that's
sure.
not true.
But I don't know. I guess the Wildcats and the Rattlers are represented in the building tonight, so maybe somebody can let us know,
Yeah.
where it's going to be. So make sure you check that, Janita, before you book anywhere. Where will Classic be?
Exactly.
Where will it be for the weekend? But it was a good weekend. I think it went off without much incident. She's saying that they might take it back to Tampa.
It's possible.
It's possible. I know when I first started going, it was Tampa. It was Tampa for a very long time. For a very long time. And then it came to Orlando, and that was great, But
Anybody know what year into Orlando?
What year it came to Orlando?
I wonder if anybody can Google what year the Classic started kicking off in Orlando. If anybody can get that information, that would be good. Just out of curiosity.
Good. Yeah, and to see if it's really going to anywhere else. But tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I'm thankful for everything I have and everything I don't have, because there's some people who have some stuff that I don't want.
Yeah, so thankful for everything that's coming, because like I say, I'm one that like to try to speak things and put it out there in the atmosphere of the blessings that's coming, and you just put it out there and watch them trickle in, watch them come down. So I'm just thankful in advance for things that's coming. That's coming. Yes, the blessings.
Good things that are coming for sure. Yes. And so what's on the menu for tomorrow for real at your house?
For real, or what we talking about tonight? What's on my menu tomorrow?
Said, what is it that you don't want, Miss B? I don't want disease. I don't want illness. I don't want sickness. Some people have that. I don't want that. That's what I don't want.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's good health and prosperity. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Janita. Happy Thanksgiving for real. Yeah, so that's what I
Yes,
want.
happy
Now,
Thanksgiving.
I'm not doing uh I'm not doing a traditional Thanksgiving tomorrow. Uh
Right. You said you were doing seafood
Seafood.
tomorrow, right?
Hmm. And I'm thankful for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not doing traditional as in having the turkey, but I'm gonna have a nice big glazed ham, honey ham, and some greens, macaroni and cheese, yams, stuffing, um, curry shrimp, and jerk chicken,
Okay.
potato pie, and cake. That's pretty much the menu.
That's beautiful. Where's the vegetables?
The greens, the greens,
Oh, you're doing collard greens.
yeah, some greens, yeah,
Oh, okay. Hmm.
yeah.
Gotta have them.
That's it. Yeah, I don't want the whole. Like I say, I'm doing one or two dishes, and my daughter gonna pick up the bulk of the load of the cooking this year. I'm not in the kitchen a whole lot. I don't feel like being in the kitchen. I don't want to be in the kitchen, but like I said, I will do the ham and the macaroni and cheese, and we're gonna let it do.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good stuff. Yeah, so we'll have
yeah.
some string beans, some other vegetables. I was gonna cook I was gonna make collard greens, but they didn't have any I couldn't find any smoked turkey wings. And
Mm,
so I'm not doing it. You know me, not
mm-hmm,
doing it if I don't have the smoked turkey wings. But I have other
mm,
fresh vegetables in there. And so we're leaning towards I bought big scallops, prawns, a whole big bag of prawn shrimp, the big shrimp, a case of
mm-hmm.
lobsters, a case of lobster tails, so and I bought fish to fry, so we're gonna do some of everything with
Mm-hmm.
that. That's what it's
That
going to
sounds
be.
good.
It's going to be seafood
Mm-hmm.
and vegetables because I'm fat and I don't, it's bad enough that I'll sneak and eat a carb when I'm not home. But we don't do carbs over here. You come to my house, there's no rice in here, there's no pasta, there's no bread, none of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So and do I love some dressing and some cornbread dressing and with some cranberries and some candied yams and some macaroni and cheese. I love all of
Sure.
that, but then you have a big pile of it in your house and you got to eat off of it for the next few days. And there's only three of us. So,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's not happening.
I think that Thanksgiving is traditionally about the food, but it's not so much about the food as it is about the gathering. About
Yeah.
having your loved ones and your friends, come and fellowship with you and hang out and have some laughs over some past craziness you did and how you used to act in high school and how you used to act in college and, talk about the good times and how much we changed and we've grown into, such great women and people and, stuff like that. It's just fun to reminisce about the crazy stuff. So, uh, start diving into the nice topic about what are you serving, what are you bringing to the table.
Table.
Talk about it. What you bringing to
Yes.
the table?
Yes.
What you been serving up in your relationship with your friends, family, and loved one? Because I got some
Hmm.
hot dishes on the menu tonight. We gonna talk about.
Listen, they are in the chat fighting amongst each other.
What they said.
Annie invited Janita to Thanksgiving dinner, but they're talking about Cookman that the classic started in Miami, it moved to Tampa, then came to Orlando. So it's a
Okay.
possibility that it might go back. It might
Mm,
go back to Miami, so we'll see.
Miami. Okay.
Oh, but look, they are fighting about who's the best between the Wildcats and the Rattlers.
Well, who just won?
Don't calm down in there.
Each
Simmer
year, the
down
different.
now.
Listen, whoever the winner is of the game is the best for that year. They take
Yeah,
the championship. They take the
that's it.
ring.
Yeah,
So if you won 5 years in a row and the next team wins on this year, then you're no longer the champion. You're not the best because you defeated. So it should be no argument over who is the best this year. Fam, you won.
there it is.
So they the
Boom,
best.
just like that. Boom, just like
Sorry.
that. So, but that's what we're serving up over here. We know what you're serving up over there. But tonight's topic was,
Yes.
is are you the toxic one? Yeah. Is it you? Are you the one that's dramatic? At your family gatherings, there's always someone you can count on to show out. It is, usually if it's, a big or small, it's usually somebody who you can count on who will start an argument or cause a ruckus or something like that at the family gathering, as well as in other places too. But and so Peggy got creative and she came up with some dishes that folks are serving up for Thanksgiving. So are you the toxic one or is it somebody else?
Well, I came up with some dishes for the hot topic of tonight. I came up with Mad Bad Attitude Hot Souffle.
Oh.
Are you serving up some gossiping greens or a pot of hot mess gumbo that's full of bad attitudes, displaced anger, and attention seeking? Any way you can get
That is.
attention, you want it, you're going to get it anyway, good, bad, negative, and indifferent. We got some drama a la mode. It's full of, and we have a confusion, dysfunctional casserole. We have a negative, sassy salad, and argumentative, a bossy cake for dessert,
Oh.
followed by ice cold bottle of manipulation.
Oh.
So if you know somebody or if you are serving up any of those dishes throughout your relationships, time to talk about it.
Time to talk about it. Janita said that she's going to be at Annie's house tomorrow for Thanksgiving dinner. So if she starts with her mouth being the toxic one, no one should say anything to her because they know how she is.
Okay. So does that make it good? Is that good or bad? Or she just don't care that they know how it is? Or you content with it being that way, that they know they can't say anything to you that's going to step on your toe, or they want something to go the way that you don't want it to go, and it's going to be a big fight and an argument, or you're going to get mad and go home because you're not having it your way, or what?
Well, when you're at someone else's home, you have to be respectful. You don't get to show out, do you? Janita says, I have a bad attitude. Janita, you have a bad attitude? She says, I have a bad attitude. It's not for attention. That's how I am. So if you cannot deal with how I am, then stay away from me.
Is that this crazy or what?
Okay. But
So
why do you have I don't believe you, Janita. What do you mean you have a bad attitude? How do you know?
Janita could be one of the sweetest people in the world, and she
Well,
is. She is
that's
that
the
giving
Janita I
person,
know.
loving heart. But she get mad, or like you say, she don't get the service that she feel like she deserve, or something is going wrong, or not the way that she wanted it to be. Then yeah, anybody that knows Janita, she gonna raise hell about it until they correct the situation or get it right, or it's gonna be the hell to pay from somebody. But does that make it right? Does that make it good? Because you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? When do we stop doing that? When do we find a right way, a balance to get our let our point be known that we're displeased with the service or with the product that we received? Is there a
Or
right
the
way and a wrong
person
way to
or a
do it?
situation.
Right. What did Derek say? I saw Derek came. He said something.
And Derek said you got to grow up, Janita. Does he know, Janita?
Growth, maturity. I mean, that was okay in high school and college, right? We did those things just like kids, you know.
See,
But like you
she
say,
said she
once you
have a
grow up
bad
and you
She
know
said,
the
but I'm a
difference,
sweetie. Huh?
she said she a sweetie.
She's a sweetie with a bad attitude. I don't know what it is. She says, I have a bad attitude. She says that she just lets you have it instead of letting it fester inside of her. So she gets it out. See, those are the kind of people who don't get sick.
Yeah, and that's what she says. She often says that her doctor says that's the way why she hasn't had a heart attack or stroke is because she will get out her anger, frustration. She gonna yell, scream, pitch a fit, a bitch, or whatever she gonna do, and she gonna get it off her chest, and that's way she don't have to hold on to that stress and her pressure on her heart. She gonna get it out.
Well, there's a way to
Derek
do
said.
everything. Derek says he's confused. He's confused. Why? Because she says she has a bad attitude, but she's real sweet, and that
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Are you? What are you? Are you confused about the topic? What's the matter, Derek? Inquiring minds want to know. Let me know, Derek. But you get to a point where you can. Let me tell you something. After the game on Saturday, he says exactly. So you're confused about everything, or you're confused about the bad attitude but being sweet? You have to give me one or the other, Derek. But after the game on Saturday, restaurants were crowded everywhere. The wait time was, an hour and 15 minutes, whatever. So we went to a particular restaurant, and we got there. Oh, attitude and being sweet. Oh, well, people have two sides to them all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Gemini's,
so,
polar people.
mhm. Because I can be real sweet and kind and loving, but do something to me. do do something to me, and you're gonna get it.
Get your timing wrong.
Get my timing wrong, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna get. It's gonna sound nasty too.
But is that
It's gonna
cute?
say, huh?
Is that how you keep your loved ones? Is that how you build relationships? Is that how you want people to know you as being a rubber rouser and a hell raiser and an asshole and a drama queen and all these negative names and slurs that come with being bossy and sassy and just like I say, some people just sassy in a negative kind of way. You give them a compliment, it's like they don't even know how to take a compliment. Oh, I know
Yeah.
I'm cute. I know I got it going on. You ain't got to tell me I'm fine. I already know. It's so ugly. That's the most worst thing. That would make the prettiest woman look so ugly within a matter of seconds. You go
Mm-hmm.
from a 10 to a 0 in my book. I don't
Right.
care how cute you are. I give you a compliment and you want to give me this. Oh, I already know. I take my compliment back. No, baby, you're not that sweet. You're not that
Right.
good
Because you
looking.
just got ugly. Because that's
You
ugly.
just got ugly. Just got ugly.
You just got ugly.
Yeah.
Um. Oh, Janita says that she has that fight in her from being in the legal field. So people want me to fight for them in law. But other than that, they want me to be nice. I'm the same way 24 hours a day. You can't turn me on and off. Janita said, look, when you come over here, you know what you're getting. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, boo. This is it. This is what you get. Oh, now Derek says when you give somebody a compliment and then they respond that way, they're conceited. When they
They're
respond,
conceited.
oh, you
Yeah.
don't have to tell me, oh, yes, I know, or whatever,
Okay.
they're conceited.
Hello? Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I agree. Oh, Janita says she ain't conceited. Well, I don't know. Did somebody give you a compliment? She said, I'm not conceited or anything like that,
Not
but
yet.
I will get with you if you try me. you know, and
I'm gonna do my show.
I'm like, yeah. And she says, you know, and that's what I said. Everybody has a button. Everybody has a button to press, and you know, and what you see is what you get until you press another button, and then you're gonna get what you get. So you don't want to go there, you know. You don't want to go there with everybody. It's not a good thing. Oh, he said, you were talking about what Peggy said. Okay. hmm I got you, Derek. I got you. Yeah. So what I was saying is that I was in a restaurant, very nice restaurant. We had waited 40 minutes to get in, and then you know, we placed our order, was waiting for food. Everybody's food came except one person. Some of her food came, but her main dish didn't come until almost an hour after we had all received our food and was, you know, pretty much finished eating. And we had to, you know, call the to the attention of the manager about it. And you know, we could have been real, you know, ugly. Well, the person who was taking care of everything could have been really ugly and nasty. And he wasn't. He called the manager over, and he said, listen, I know you're busy. We can see that. You know, we were taken care of. We got our food in a relatively timely fashion. Everybody except for her. Now we're finished, and her food is, you know, is just coming. And he says, so I'm not gonna, you know, he says, you're the manager. I trust that you know how to handle that. You know, he didn't say, "Hey, listen, you know, you people, you know, made us wait, and you need to take this off my check, and you know, and be very confrontational." He just said to her, "I trust that you know what to do," and she said, "Yes, sir, I do." And then that was it. No, no big
No
deal.
big scene. Right.
No, no big scene.
Right.
Um, and so, yeah. Janita said exactly. Just don't let that pin off the grenade. She's what I said is everybody has a button to press. Everybody has a limit, you know. But sometimes you can get more with
Honey.
honey, you know, with
Hmm.
some sugar. You know, you don't always have to jump down somebody's throat and stomp their guts out to get from them what it is that you want, or to get the outcome that you want. And so so that was good. He had a good interaction with the manager. Come time for the end of the meal, and then you know, we're all gathered, you know, we had a lot of food, and so there was, you know, we had food left over, wanted to take. He asked the waiter to uh package his food. And the waiter was, you know, like, you know, listen, in this particular restaurant, or just anywhere you go, if you want them to do it, that's part of the service. And they're supposed to do that. I package my own food, but you know, he wanted it packaged for him. This waiter took this food. He was like, really? You know, you want me to do this? What the waiter expected is that he was just going to give us containers, and we were going
Walk
to
away.
package it ourselves. And
Right.
when he got requested to do it, then he took that food, and he walked up to the hostess thing, and he started talking to them about it. And then they looked over at our table, and you know how you can tell when somebody's talking about you. So then
Hmm.
he got insulted. He says, this man is over there with my food. And then I really messed with him bad, because I said, yeah, they're over there talking over your food, saying all of the S words that they can say. I said, they're spitting all over your food. And so,
Purposely. Yeah.
right. And then he took the food somewhere else. You know, it was ridiculous. He took it back somewhere, and then he comes back with it done. And he said, I don't want this. He said, you don't have my food all up by the front door, talking over my food, talking about me. Now you want to bring it back and give it to me. I don't want this food. And he said, well, you should have been, when the waiter talked back, the waiter said, you should have been more clear. I just put my head down. Janita, I know it couldn't have been you. Janita, I know it could not have been you. I know it couldn't have been you. As soon as you saw him walk all over the place with your damn food, the show would have started. And I just put my head down because I knew it was getting ready to happen. I knew somebody was getting ready to get their ass tore out the frame.
Yeah, but it was a series of things that led up to possibly blowing your top. You just don't blow your top at the first little hint of the slightest little thing being wrong. It's just
Right.
like a coffee tea kettle. That water got to start to boil. It's got to get hot before it starts to boil and bubble over, and the whistle blows. You feel me? You can't just put it on the cold pot of water on the stove and then all of a sudden you just blowing the whistle and carrying on and acting crazy just at the drop of a toothpick. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's a difference. And when do it's a difference. And when pick and choose, and everything is like you say, not worth going off and making a big scene, because you get more with honey and talking a very low, quiet tone voice, but being firm about what it is you're saying and what you need to happen. No, but the whole restaurant don't have to know.
No, no. But I knew we were in for a battle. I knew it was getting ready to go down. And
Mm-hmm.
Janita says, I'm nice like that, but if the manager comes back nasty, I will come back with the same energy. Hello. Now, most managers won't come back, but this waiter, he came back with well, sir, you should have been more specific if you wanted me to do that here, do that. And it's like, no, I don't need to be more specific. It's your job.
Box
I
it
know
up.
somewhere along the line you were trained to do this. I'm just asking you to do your job.
Box
And
it up.
and so and so when he came back with that argument, he said, no, thank you. He says, listen, I'm not talking to you. Go get Kim. Kim was the manager. See, he didn't know we had already had an encounter with Kim, and it was positive. So when she came back over there, he says, you know what? This whole thing just went left. Everything was going so good, and then boom. And so he explained to her what happened, and she said, "Okay, I'll take care of things for you, that sort of thing." And then the waiter came back over and was listening to my friend explain to the manager what had happened, and he said. And when he said that this person had told him he should have been more specific about his, and the waiter came over and said, "Oh, that's a lie." I didn't say that. I said, and we are all going like this. No, we were sitting right here. We heard you. I know what you said. And he says, I'm not going to let this man put lies in my mouth. And the manager had to tell him to be quiet and to go off somewhere. Because
You won't do that.
you getting ready to get it.
Yeah.
You're gonna
You
mess
get ready
around
to
and get
get
fired.
Yeah.
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 And so he wanted to stand up there and talk back, to the customer.
Mhm.
You don't do that.
Right.
You
Right.
just don't do that. And so that whole bill, he said, listen, do whatever you need to do. He says, I'm not asking you to pay for everything. He said, I can pay for the bill. I'm just telling you, your people need to be trained better. They need to learn how to handle people better, and they need to learn how to do their job. Now, whatever, compensation you want to give me for that is fine. And so she said, what about half? And he said, well, okay, well, I'll pay half. And then she said, well, she said, I'll just take care of it all. He says, no, I'm gonna pay you something. He said, I'm gonna give you something, but it's not going to be like it was. So, and that's how it was settled, calmly. But anybody,
And there's levels to it.
There's levels to it.
Right.
What Janita says, all of us would have gotten our food for free, and then I would file with the Attorney General's office against the restaurant. See, Janita ain't playing.
She would. She would.
I know she would.
Yeah. And she gonna tell them, I'm calling corporate and I'm calling blah 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 blah. She gonna tell them right there so they can know what to expect.
What to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And so, so that's what happened, and that's how it was handled, calmly, professionally, yeah, and with the exception of the waiter who just didn't know his place, or what he should have been saying or doing at the time. But those kind of things can get like way out of hand real quick.
But again, how do you make your guests feel that you are with when these type of situations are handled that way, because then everybody is like squirming. They're excusing themselves from the table. They don't want no parts of it. They, feeling embarrassed. They feeling like we on display. I didn't come here for that. You know, it's
Yeah.
a lot of it's like put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and you the one that's sitting over and somebody else is carrying on and going off at your table and causing a big spat or scene. You might not like it. You might not like it.
No, it's uncomfortable. That was uncomfortable. Going through that, that was uncomfortable, and it didn't get crazy, but the potential was there.
Hmm.
It didn't get crazy, but as calm as it was still uncomfortable. Because we all had to sit there quietly through that while he handled everything with the manager, because he was paying for everything. So, it was his argument to make.
Right.
Um, yeah. And so they lost out that night.
I want to hear from the men. How do they feel when they feel like their um, significant other is very argumentative or serving up some dishes that they don't necessarily like? Very argumentative over every little thing. How do they what do they think? Do they love that woman? Because for me, even if you talk to me sideways as a man and you're supposed to be my man, and you talk to me harsh or you talk to me sideways, don't try to touch me. Don't try to think it's going to be some intimacy going on later, because it's not. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm shutting it down. I, I don't even really want to see you. You could really just go home, or let's end this date right now. You can go on your separate way, or either, like I said, I'm gonna say what's on my chest and I'm gonna get it off, and then I can cool off and move on. But it's not gonna be a really going off over the top, getting your ass really cussed out and busted up unless it's something real serious. You feel me? I think I kind of know when to just let you have it softly, and when to let you, when it calls for you to have it, have it. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think that judgment is still in question here. Maturity, growth, judgment as to when to go off like that, when to cause a scene, when not to, and is it always necessary? And you got growth is only going to help you determine whether all that is necessary for that particular situation.
Yes.
You know.
Hmm. And with maturity, that should come.
With
Because
age
the person who I was in my 20s or 30s, I'm not that person now.
at 60,
No.
right?
See.
And you right, and you're not really expected to be.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, I and probably couldn't beat nobody up. I probably would get my ass whipped and have to drag my ass home. But yeah, but I went after it. I went after it like I could do
Do
something.
something.
And
Hmm.
and a lot of times it would be with strangers. My ex-husband swore that there were restaurants around town, including that McDonald's on Kirkman Road, that probably had my picture up that said "Don't serve me," because
You was good for going in there.
listen, I was good for throwing the whole bag of food back through that damn drive-through window. Um,
Ooh.
I was I was hot. I was hot. Let me tell you something. My communications teacher at UCF, I can't remember his little skinny ass name, but
I hope he's
one
not
of them,
watching.
um, he took one of my tests and tore it up and threw it away because he said that I wrote a word after, how they say, all right, put your
Put
pens
your pen
down.
down.
And I went,
Yeah.
and put my pen down. So he just took it. I was in the front too. I always sat up front, and he took my paper and tore it up and threw it away
Ooh.
and told me I failed.
Ooh.
I went and got that paper out of the trash can and piece it back together because I worked in the department too. And I I took my paper and I went home, and then the next day I went and got a desk from out of a classroom, and I put it in front of that door, and I blocked the door to the classroom. And I told him he wasn't getting in the effing door until he talked to me and looked at my paper and gave me a grade, because that was a GD lie that I didn't
And
put
you
my pen down when he said so.
roll the tape.
You can ask my ex-husband. He said, "You did what?" I said, "I sure did." And either that or we're going to the head of the department. But
So
you
what
need to
happened?
know. I taped it back together and he reviewed it and gave me my B.
Okay.
I
Yeah, you
couldn't
was lucky
afford
you
to,
ain't get a spell.
I couldn't afford to throw my grade away. He could have
Yeah.
expelled me. Shit, I'd still be who I am today. But yeah, but I mean, I had that kind of fire in me. Oh, Janita says Leo, that's her husband. Sometimes go to the other side, and then at that point he gets it right then. He should have just shut up. It was not his fight, but he got in it with the other person. I don't know what that means.
That means sometimes when she talking or having a fight or argument, I guess with somebody, he'll step in. And then
Oh,
sometimes he trying to get her to be quiet or whatever, and then he get it too.
oh
Maybe
yeah,
that's
because
what
he
she
looks
talking
like
about.
he's
She gonna
siding
let
with the
him
other
have it.
person. Look, that's a cardinal rule. I don't care, even if you disagree with your wife in
At the
public,
time.
you have to have her back and take her side. And then when y'all get in the car on the way home, he have to
Straighten
tell you,
up.
now look here, woman,
Right. That's like
and y'all
people that
battle it
they
out
would
there
live. Yeah.
in private.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. For real. And that's how he should do that. But you have to learn how to be more diplomatic. Sometimes though a person deserve a good cursing out. Let me see. I
Sometimes.
think
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe within the last year, so I might have shown out a little tiny bit in a Dollar Tree. What happened? Something happened. And it's just like the cashier said something out of the way to me or whatever. And or she closed down the register and walked and said, I'm going on my break. And I just took all the shit I had and I just threw it on the floor. And I had some cookies. I just threw them on the floor, stepped on them, and walked out the door. So I can be a little feisty sometimes. But it just depends, and that's why you can't F with people. You know how they say don't mess with me because I'm close to the edge. People can have all kind of things going on, and then one person comes along and boom, you get it.
Well, again, like I said, you have to be careful with who you going off on because you don't know who you going off on, and they're gonna let you have it. And like
Yeah.
I said, a lot of times you think you bigger and badder because I seen it on Facebook, I seen it on TikTok when the smaller person, the bigger person thinking they finna whoop this small person behind, and they finna just set the record straight. And honey, they get the surprise of their life. So you better be careful who you think you dealing with because
Exactly.
every
You
person that
just
you're dealing with ain't gonna just let you do what you want to do and get away with it like that. You may have to throw some hands, so you better be prepared to do that.
You better be prepared. Ask Cat Williams, who got beat up by a little teenager.
I know.
86, boom, out.
Ooh,
Hey,
funny.
cuz. Katrina's
Who's
in the
that?
house. Hey.
Who?
Janita's cousin, child. They have their own show behind the scenes.
Okay, yeah, she just sent out a mass text, I think.
Oh, okay.
They
They have their own thing going. Hey, God, baby. They have they have their own thing going back there. One day we have to ask them, you know, if we can be on their show.
Right? I told Janita, her and Leo need their own reality show for real.
For real though.
For real,
And
for real.
but yeah, but you know, but that's how it is. But you know, for this holiday season, we have to be sensitive about that. You know, that you're gonna, you know, be with your family and friends, and try not to be the one that, you know, is going to show out and cause a scene and that type of thing. But there's usually somebody in every family who you can count on to do that. So we were just talking about, are you the toxic one? Are you the one that causes the drama, that is always ready, you know, for the smoke, the fire, the, you know, and everything that comes with it? And but as you go along, you know, you're supposed to mature and get a little better.
Right. People are on, they say, I'm not vibing with you. I don't vibe with her. I don't vibe with him, or whatever the case may be. That simply means that my spirit doesn't take your spirit. We cut from different cloths. That's not the type of energy that I want to bring into my space. That's not the kind of energy I want to entertain. That's not the type of smoothness that I want my day to go. You disrupting my peace. You disrupting my energy and my, you know what I'm saying? And a
Yes.
lot of people talk about vibe, but all it is spirit. It's like you're on a different type of spirit. You're on a different type of energy. You're on a different mindset than
Frequency.
I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you're not mature. Grown, mature people are going out to have a great time. They're going out to enjoy themselves, to smoke, to drink, to dance. They have a good time. They're not looking to go out to be fighting and brawling and kicking off shoes and earrings and all that kind of stuff like that. They're just not. You're just too old to be doing that kind of stuff. Chill. It's time. It's 60, 50, 40s, 45, 50s. It's time for you to slow your roll. It's time to bring that down. It's time to put all that stuff aside. It really is, because who got time for fighting and breaking bones and elbows and hips and stuff? Because you get
And
pushed
getting
down.
shot.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
want to get shot.
yeah, and then people coming back and doing drive-bys and all kind of craziness. You're not trying to bring that kind of smoke. People trying to pull out their knife and cut you and stuff. I don't want to be running and scrambling. You know, because
No.
most likely I'm the one gonna catch it, because I'm gonna be the last one making the move. I'm gonna be in the bag. Everybody else gonna rush past me. You know what I'm saying? No, come on.
Janita says that you, Kiki, Peggy, girlfriend Peggy, aka Kiki, you and Annie know how to calm her down. You've been doing it for years.
Yes, we have. Yes,
Hmm.
we have. And sometimes, I mean, like I say, it take a lot sometimes. And like I say, we be concerned about her health. We be concerned about her pressure going up too high. We be concerned about her falling out in the midst of an episode, in the midst of, going off and saying what she want to say. We scared you gonna have an aneurysm or a stroke or heart attack or something and just fall out on us. Then what we gonna do?
Well, she says that's not going to happen. She said once she lets it all out, she's good. That's why she ain't had no stroke and no heart attack. That's why she ain't gonna have no disease, because she doesn't carry anything around. As soon as somebody gets out of line, she check their ass right away. Like there's
Yeah,
no
well,
confusion.
that's what we
There's,
talk about.
yeah, there's
Is
no
that worth looking
wondering.
into?
There's no wondering. What does Janita think? Oh, bitch, you're gonna know what Janita's thinking.
For sure.
Janita.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Uh-huh. And so, and that's how you do that,
But like I said, everybody can't take that type of energy. Everybody can't
yeah,
deal with that type of energy. And
you,
some people gonna refuse to. They just not gonna do it.
yeah.
You
And,
know, they just not gonna
and
do it.
it's good to learn how to finesse it. It's really very satisfying. Try it sometimes. I get to try it sometimes if I don't get too upset before I get to try it. And that is to politely let somebody have it.
Nice nasty. You could be very
Nice
nice,
nasty.
nice
That's
nasty,
it.
and very low tone, monotone way. Just tell somebody where to get off at.
Yep.
When you haven't raised your voice, you haven't broke a sweat, you haven't broke a nail, you haven't done anything. You just sitting there, just like, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. But I tell you what, you better make this right within the next few seconds, or there is going to be a problem, dear.
There will
You
be
know,
a problem.
you could talk to people without having
Yeah.
to go to
Yeah.
crazy, yelling and screaming,
I
throwing
don't
over
want
tables and stuff.
to. Janita says she tried that and it didn't work. She tried it, but
Girl, we ain't no argument with Janita tonight. Where's my woman? I ain't gonna argue with you. Where is she?
oh, you want it?
Cue him in, please.
You want your
Please
friend?
cue him in for me.
You want your friend?
I want my friend, please.
I can't argue with you. You mad. I can't argue with you. No. Look at you. Look at you.
I absolutely love him. I gotta see him every show. I love him to death.
Peggy gonna find a reason every show to get him in.
What is his name? I gotta request him by name. What's his name?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. I'll look at it. He's on TikTok.
He is too funny. Oh my God, I love him.
Too funny.
I love him. Yes, I ain't gonna.
Yes.
You cannot. And you know, like she say, she is in the law field, CNA or whatever it is that you're not gonna win the argument. So, like I said, I don't even think me and Janita ever had a argument or falling out. Cause, like I say, you already know that you really ain't gonna win.
No matter what it is.
Right. So,
you just have to agree to disagree.
Cool. Okay, fine. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I argue with too many of my girlfriends. I don't argue and fight with my girlfriends. My mouth go off when it comes to a gentleman I'm dealing with. A man. That's what my
more so than any girlfriend.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because you say your girlfriends, like I say, for better for worse, you can kind of take them and deal with them for the most part. May not absolute love their ways, but you love them. You know what I'm saying? And so we do take exception to the rules for some people. But
Janita says she's a paralegal because a CNA is a nurse name.
Certified accountant.
She is a paralegal.
Right.
And
yes.
Yeah. And so what that means is that by nature, if you're drawn to that field, that means by nature you are a stickler for details. Because when you're dealing with the law, everything has to be to the letter. Everything has to be precise and correct. So and it also means that you don't mind arguing. You will.
And she has a high expectation and a high standard. She have a very high expectation and high standard, especially when she's spending her money and she want things done a particular way or expect the product to be in tip-top shape, which it should be when you're paying your money for a service. You expect everything to be right. You do. And I have no qualms or no argument with that, But like I said, some things you just got to diplomatically know how to deal with it without,
without screaming and fussing and cussing and carrying on.
And arguing. Yeah.
Arguing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the most fun though, girlfriend Peggy.
Well, like I say, 2022 is coming. It's not far away. No. And we looking to make some new what do you call those every year? We do the
resolutions.
The resolutions, and we, say we're gonna become better people and we're gonna try to do better and we're gonna work on ourselves and our attitudes and our this and that and the other. Everybody has to make up their own. They know the growth that they want to make. Some things, like you say, if you just determined to hold on to to what you want to hold on to because you just, been that way forever and you feel that it's right, nobody can change your mind on that. It's a self-indulgence growth or maturity that you have to deal in when looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
To know that it's good or bad for you or a good look for you or not. I mean, everybody gonna have to decide that themselves. That's just like putting on an outfit. You look in the mirror at yourself before you go out and say, hey, is this cool or not?
Hey, all I know is I was at Classic, and from what I could tell, there's a lot of people who don't have mirrors.
Or maybe they're broken, perhaps, or they threw them against the wall.
They don't have a mirror and they don't have a friend.
Well, yeah, because okay.
It was quite a fashion show, let me tell you.
Oh, yes, it was.
But generally speaking, so for the holiday season and going into the new year, try not to be the toxic one. I'll try not to be the toxic one in the group.
Yeah, I don't want to be the toxic one. I don't want to be the toxic one. Like I say, I'm not trying to kiss nobody butt. I'm not trying to, do all the extra either. But I like I say, you got to know whether you like yourself. If you like yourself pretty much the way you are and the way you operate and deal with people and interact with others, then you like yourself. You the one have to live with yourself and speak with yourself and lay down with yourself night after night. If you think God pleased with it and you okay with it, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Janita said, just don't mess with her in 2022. Just check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I hear you.
And I had a teacher who used to say, and a word to the wise is sufficient. So everybody, y'all got the word on Raw Talk tonight. Don't mess with Janita Mathis in 2022. And if you know what's good for you, you'll apply that right now in 2021.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been delightful. Yes, we're gonna call it a night. We want to thank all the Raw Talkers for joining us in the virtual building tonight. We certainly appreciate you. If you haven't already liked, commented, and subscribed to our channel on YouTube, which is Real As Women Raw Talk, we certainly would love it if you would. Our subscribers are growing, and we thank you for helping us reach our goal. Nothing but love for you, Janita. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to each of you. Be blessed. Be blessed.
Happy Thanksgiving. Happy season's greetings.
Have a good night.
Night night.